naturally with just 1 spoon a day. Have you ever caught yourself feeling more tired than usual, like you just don't have the get up and go you used to? Maybe your energy dips halfway through the day, or you find yourself skipping things you once enjoyed, whether that's a round of golf, fixing something in the garage, or just playing with the grandkids. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. A lot of men over 60 experience these same changes, and it's not just about getting older. Often, there's another reason behind it, one that doesn't get talked about enough. That reason is low testosterone. Now, before you start shaking your head and saying, "That's not me," hear me out for just a minute. Testosterone isn't just about muscle or gym workouts like some folks think. It plays a big role in energy levels, mood, sleep quality, and yes, even memory. And as men get older, especially past 60, those testosterone levels naturally start to dip. It's part of the aging process, sure, but the real question is, can you do anything about it naturally? That's exactly what we're going to dive into today. In this video, I'm sharing a simple, natural method that can help boost testosterone levels for men over 60. And believe it or not, it starts with just 1 spoon a day. No complicated routines, no risky supplements, just one easy, natural ingredient that can fit right into your day. Now, I know it might sound a little too easy, but sometimes the simplest things are the ones we overlook. So let's set the record straight before we get into the details. This isn't about turning back the clock or pretending we're 25 again. It's about feeling your best, staying active, and holding on to the strength and vitality that make life enjoyable. So let me start by sharing a little story that really stuck with me. I was chatting with a friend of mine, Dave, who's 67. For the longest time, Dave had been feeling sluggish. He thought it was just part of getting older until he stumbled across a natural method, just a single spoonful of a common kitchen ingredient. After giving it a try for a few weeks, Dave noticed something surprising. His morning walks felt easier, he was sleeping better, and his mood lifted. And here's the kicker. He didn't change anything else. No new workouts, no pills, just that simple spoonful. That's what got me interested in looking into this a little deeper. And as it turns out, there's some good science behind it. The ingredient I'm talking about is none other than extra virgin olive oil. That's right, something many of us already have sitting in the kitchen cabinet. You might be wondering, olive oil? Really? But studies have shown that olive oil, especially when it's fresh and high quality, can support healthy testosterone production. It's rich in healthy fats, antioxidants, and vitamin E, all of which play a role in hormone balance. Plus, it's great for heart health, which is an added bonus. Now, you don't need a whole cup of the stuff. Just 1 tablespoon a day. That's your magic number. It can be as easy as drizzling it over your salad, mixing it into a smoothie, or even taking it straight off the spoon if you like. It's really that simple. Let me pause for a moment and talk about why this matters specifically for men over 60. As testosterone levels dip, it's not just about physical strength or building muscle. Low testosterone can also lead to mood swings, difficulty sleeping, and even problems focusing or remembering things. Some men even feel less motivated to take care of themselves. And the truth is, no one talks about it enough because many guys figure it's just something they have to live with. But that's not true. You have more control than you might think, especially when you approach it with small, consistent habits like this. No need to jump into extreme diets or expensive treatments when there are simple tools right in front of you. Now, I want to be clear. Olive oil isn't a magic cure-all. It's part of a bigger picture that includes staying active, eating well, and getting enough sleep. But adding this 1 spoon a day can be a great starting point, an easy, natural habit to help your body stay balanced. Think about it like this. We take small steps in so many areas of life. Whether it's setting aside a little money for savings, tidying up around the house each day, or watering the plants regularly, those small things add up. The same goes for your health. One small, steady habit can make a real difference over time. Now that we've talked about how a single spoon of olive oil can fit into your daily routine, there's another important factor I want to share, because it goes hand in hand with keeping testosterone levels in check. It's not about supplements or treatments. It's something even simpler, something we sometimes overlook as life gets busy. That simple but powerful thing is sleep. Now, I know it sounds basic, and you've probably heard it before, but let's be real. Getting good solid sleep is not as easy as it used to be. Maybe you wake up 2 or 3 times a night, tossing and turning, staring at the ceiling as the clock ticks by. Or maybe you wake up before sunrise feeling groggy, not fully rested. It happens to a lot of men over 60, and the connection to testosterone is often overlooked. See, your body produces the majority of its testosterone while you're sleeping, especially during those deep sleep stages. When you cut sleep short, or when your sleep quality isn't great, your body simply doesn't have enough time to do its job in restoring those levels. It's kind of like trying to fill up a water tank when the tap is only half open. You'll never get a full tank that way. I remember my neighbor Carl, who's 72, telling me how he thought poor sleep was just part of getting older. He'd be up at 3 a.m., flipping through channels on the TV, frustrated. But once he made a few simple changes, like cutting back on caffeine after noon, keeping his bedroom a little cooler, and sticking to a steady bedtime, he started sleeping better. And wouldn't you know it, his energy picked up during the day, and he felt sharper, more present. That's no coincidence. Now, I get that not everyone can fall asleep easily, especially if you're dealing with aches and pains, or if you've gotten into a routine of late-night snacks or TV. But it's worth making sleep a priority, because it's one of the most natural and effective ways to help your body maintain healthy testosterone levels. No extra effort required beyond giving yourself permission to rest. And here's something else that ties right in: stress. Men over 60 often carry stress quietly. Maybe it's financial worries, family responsibilities, health concerns. You don't always talk about it, but it's there, weighing on your mind. And that stress, even if it feels like background noise, sends signals to your body that can lower testosterone. Your body produces more cortisol, the stress hormone, and when cortisol goes up, testosterone often goes down. Think of it like a seesaw. If one side is too heavy, the other side automatically drops. That's how it works between stress and testosterone. So what can you do about it? Again, it's about small, steady habits. Taking a daily walk, spending a few minutes outside in the fresh air, practicing deep breathing, even just sitting quietly with a cup of tea and turning off your phone for a while. It doesn't have to be complicated, but it does have to be consistent. A few moments each day where you allow yourself to slow down and breathe deeply can make a surprising difference. One gentleman I met, named Frank, shared how he started taking just 10 minutes each morning to sit outside with his coffee. No phone, no news, just quiet time. He said he didn't notice much at first, but after a couple of weeks, he felt calmer, less irritated, more in control of his mood. And interestingly, that calmness helped him sleep better at night, which fed right back into supporting his energy and focus during the day. It's all connected. Now, as we talk about these natural ways to support testosterone, olive oil, quality sleep, managing stress, there's something else that plays a key role, and it's one a lot of folks overlook: staying active. I'm not talking about hitting the gym or lifting heavy weights unless that's something you already enjoy. I'm talking about simple, steady movement throughout the day. Walking, light stretching, yard work. Those everyday activities that keep your body engaged. Why does this matter? Because your muscles actually help signal your body to produce testosterone. The more you use them, even in small ways, the more your body knows it needs to keep those hormones flowing. It doesn't take much. A 20-minute walk around the neighborhood, a few stretches before bed, working in the garden, or even some light resistance exercises using cans from the pantry or simple bands. A friend of mine, Samuel, who's 68, swears by his daily stretching routine. Nothing fancy, just a few minutes in the morning and before bed. He says it helps his joints feel looser and gives him a nice boost of energy. Plus, knowing that movement plays into hormone health just makes it all feel more purposeful. The point is, you don't need big, complicated changes. Small, thoughtful habits can really add up over time. 1 spoonful of olive oil a day, focusing on good sleep, finding calm in your day, and moving your body in whatever way feels comfortable. All of these things work together. And that brings me to something just as important as everything we've talked about so far. It's about what you put in your body beyond olive oil, specifically the kinds of foods that either support or hurt your testosterone levels. This next part is where a lot of folks get tripped up, because some common foods we've eaten for years might not be helping us as much as we think. When it comes to the foods we eat every day, it's easy to fall into habits we don't even notice. Maybe it's that sandwich bread you've always bought, or the sugary cereal you enjoy for breakfast. But what a lot of men don't realize is that some of these familiar foods can quietly work against healthy testosterone levels, especially after 60. Processed foods, sugary snacks, and refined carbohydrates, these can all interfere with your body's hormone balance. The more sugar and highly processed ingredients you take in, the more likely your body is to store fat instead of building muscle. And that extra fat, especially around the belly, has a sneaky effect. It actually produces estrogen, the opposite of what you're aiming for. That's right. Belly fat doesn't just sit there, it actively changes your body's chemistry. Now, I'm not saying you need to give up everything you love. Life's too short not to enjoy a treat now and then. But being mindful about reducing things like white bread, soda, packaged snacks, and fast food can make a noticeable difference. And swapping in whole foods, things like lean meats, nuts, leafy greens, and fruits, helps create a better environment in your body for testosterone to do its job. A man I met once at a community health workshop, his name was Leo, shared how he used to eat frozen meals almost every day. It was easy, sure, but over time, he noticed his energy dropping, his sleep getting worse, and even some weight creeping on. When he made a simple switch to cooking at home a little more, grilled chicken, roasted veggies, even simple rice and beans, he felt better within a few weeks. It wasn't about a perfect diet. It was just about leaning more toward real, whole foods. Something else that ties into this is hydration. Believe it or not, being even a little dehydrated can throw off your hormone balance. Many older men don't feel as thirsty as they used to, so they don't drink as much water. But staying hydrated helps your metabolism, your energy, and yes, supports healthy testosterone levels. Aiming for steady water intake throughout the day, just a glass every hour or so, can keep everything running smoothly. No need to overthink it, just keep that water bottle nearby. Now, let's pause for a moment and reflect on everything we've talked about. 1 spoon of olive oil a day, good sleep, stress management, daily movement, mindful eating, and staying hydrated. When you put it all together, these aren't extreme changes. They're gentle shifts, simple habits that fit into your life without flipping everything upside down. I want to be clear about something really important here. Boosting testosterone naturally isn't about chasing youth or pretending we're in our 20s again. It's about holding on to your energy, focus, and confidence as you enjoy these years of your life. Whether that means having the strength to get out and walk, keeping up with the grandkids, or simply feeling like yourself again. I've met so many men who, once they made just a few of these changes, noticed not just physical improvements, but mental ones too. Sharper thinking, better moods, more motivation. And it all starts with small, steady steps. You don't need fancy supplements or expensive treatments. You just need to listen to your body and give it what it needs in the simplest ways. If you've ever felt frustrated about low energy or mood changes and thought there wasn't much you could do about it, I hope this conversation gives you a little encouragement. You have more power than you might realize to support your health naturally, starting with just 1 spoon a day and building from there. Before we wrap up, I'd really love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these habits already? Or maybe you have your own tips for staying energized and strong after 60? Please share your thoughts or experiences down in the comments. I truly enjoy reading what you all have to say because it helps create a community where we can all learn from each other. If this video gave you something helpful to think about today, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That way, you won't miss future videos with more easy, natural ways to stay healthy, feel younger, and live your best life after 60. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Remember, Small changes make a big difference, whether it's a spoon of olive oil, an extra glass of water, or simply going for a short walk. Those little things add up. Here's to living strong, feeling good, and enjoying every moment, no matter your age.